Federal funding has always been competitive and high stakes, but with the current administration, you need to learn an entire playbook. Priorities are changing. The windows for applying are getting way short. And grants that used to give you 30 to 45 days to apply, yeah, sometimes you now have as little as 2 weeks. If you write federal grants, you know that a 2-week window is darn near impossible. But in this video, I'm going to be giving you the playbook for making the impossible possible. If you write federal grants, or you're hoping to do this, this is not meant to scare you. It's meant to equip you, kind of like a nice stroller. We're doing a little 2-for-1 today. Hi, cutie. Federal agencies have been adjusting timelines, they're shifting their priorities, and they're tightening up their review process. And for nonprofits, tribes, local governments, and consultants, this means one thing. You can't wait for that notice of funding opportunity, NOFO, to drop. You need to be preparing before the window even opens. Today, I'm sharing the exact steps how our community is using this to stay competitive and keep that money flowing, even as the timelines get really tight and the rules are evolving. We train thousands of grant writers across the US, including many who regularly pursue federal grants. And personally, my favorite grants are federal grants, despite how hard they can be. Our unique vantage point allows me to see grant trends in real time. Our students have secured over $1.56 billion in funding, and these are the same strategies that they are leaning on today. So if you're new to grant writing or you want to have a stronger foundation, check out the free class I'll link up below. Tip number 1, prepare before the NOFO drops. Gone are the days when you could wait for the announcement, download the packet, sip your coffee, and leisurely craft your application. Now, many federal opportunities open suddenly and then kaboom, close in 10 to 14 days. The new reality is that you gotta act like that NOFO is coming before it shows up. And I know this sucks because you could be doing a bunch of work for a grant that never drops. But chances are good your grant cycle will open, just not for long. And in the meantime, start gathering organizational documents, updating those resumes, gathering letters of support, partner memorandums of understanding. Those suckers take forever. Work plans, logic models, and budget. You know a budget takes a while as well. Why this matters is that these are the elements that take the longest time. And if you can have them ready and not scramble, then you get to focus on the narrative and putting this whole enchilada together. Number 2 is build a reusable federal grant toolkit. Hi. You know how firefighters prepare their gear before the alarm goes off and then they literally step into their pants and pull them up? You're going to be doing the same thing. Your toolkit should include standard organizational descriptions, program summaries, past performance data, community needs data, that's a big one, budget templates, have all that stuff ready. Tip number 3 is review past grant cycles and patterns. Federal agencies are surprisingly consistent year to year, even if the timelines are a little wobbly right now. Review past release dates. Look at the typical award size, the required attachments, scoring criteria, and any new federal guidance you can get your hands on. Because even if the exact dates are shifting, the structure usually stays the same. And this lets you start to outline before that NOFO appears. Tip number 4 is hire an AI bestie. If you've seen my stuff before, you know where I stand when it comes to AI. And the TLDR is learn how to use AI now while you can still comfortably learn it. Build a skill, train your AI tools to help you. If you want AI to not sound like AI, please do, because that sucks. That means you gotta take the time now to train it on your organization, to train it on the federal grant agency, on the nuances of your program. I have an AI Besties grant writing course. I'll link it up below. It'll take you from 0 to hero in 30 days. With it, the possibilities are endless, but a few no-brainer use cases for your AI Bestie are: fun to research for 1. 2, research for your narrative. I'm a big fan of using Perplexity for this. Help with developing your budget. We all know that takes a lot of time. Creating your narrative outline, editing your work, and just overall having a thought partner. And probably the biggest myth I encounter when it comes to how people think and talk about AI, besides the environmental costs, ethics, etc., would be just that, oh, it's here just to save you time. It's not just so you work faster and be a human machine. No, its value is in helping you work effectively so that your brain power is reserved for the elements that only you can do, especially when the window is short. Number 5, build relationships with program officers. This is one of the most underlooked competitive edges. Reach out early, long before the NOFO releases. Are there any anticipated changes? What do strong applicants typically demonstrate? Anything that you're seeing first-time applicants often miss? Because when that window opens, like the NOFO's out, often they actually can't speak to you. So you gotta take the time now to build confidence and trust in your organization and project. I can't tell you how many times this is the reason we got federal funding. Number 6 is to assemble a rapid response team. Federal grants are not a solo sport. Whether you are in-house or freelancing, identify your team in advance. Who's pulling those organizational documents? Who's drafting the narrative? Who's building the budget? Who's doing the internal review? And who the heck is managing submission? Have those roles defined before the NOFO hits your inbox. And this is one reason why I am so adamant that you develop your project management skills. We're fans of Asana and give you all of this in turnkey templates ready to go for federal grants, but you can use whatever tool you like. A team can be all the difference between submitting a polished application or missing that deadline entirely. And then finally, 7, submit early to avoid system glitches. As the competition is increasing and the window to apply is shrinking, more applicants are rushing to that portal at the last minute. This can lead to crashes, slow uploads, ignition attachments, the risk of a failed submission, and as you know, there is no grace period when it comes to federal grants. Submitting early is not a suggestion. It's not a hot tick. It's a do it, okay? Get that sucker in at least 24 hours in advance, preferably 48. Inside the Grant Writer Collective, federal grant writers who are adopting this prepare early and move fast approach, they're not only meeting these tighter deadlines that at once we would have said there's no way, but they're doing it and they're winning millions of dollars. One in-house grant writer used our toolkit method and she turned a 120-page federal narrative around in 9 days and secured $2.1 million for her rural fire department. Preparation, my friends, is power. Let's recap what you learned today. Federal funding is more competitive and timelines are tighter. 2, prepare before the NOFO drops, gather those documents. 3, build a reusable grant toolkit. 4, this is a big one, build your AI besties now. It does take time. 5, strengthen relationships with program officers. Create your rapid response team and submit early to avoid last-minute chaos. If this helped you feel more confident about navigating federal funding, check out the next video where I write this nonprofit grant in 5 minutes.